Yes. Always look forward to Thursday, our In the Glass segment, brought to you by Calgary Co-op Wine, Spirits, Beer. Enjoy member-exclusive savings on your favorite sips. Visit coopwinespiritsbeer.com. Nice to welcome an old friend, Eric Southward from Midtown, sommelier with Calgary Co-op Wine, Spirits, Beer. Eric, thanks so much for dropping by.
Angela, it's like old times.
It is like old times. Has it been 4 or 5? I don't know. Many, many years. But I'm glad we still have this opportunity to try different beers and wine. And we've got the May long weekend coming up. So you've brought in a lovely rosé.
Yeah, absolutely. We are gearing up for the long weekend. I just left the store and it was crazy. It was, I think people were maybe getting off work early and stocking up. But we're featuring something that's on our flyer this week, the Chateau Pesquier Terrasse Rosé. It's from southern France, from the Rhone Valley. We really should be doing this on a patio somewhere and enjoying, this really chilled bottle of rosé.
Well, I'm glad that actually the weather has improved over the last couple of days, so maybe there is a patio we can go to afterwards. But okay, so talk about the rosé then and why this area produces such nice ones.
Yeah, I think it's there's this cruel irony in the wine world where when you're in a hot climate, they grow really great red grapes, but when you're there, it's freakishly hot. You want something chilled, and so they don't make those grapes into thick red wine. They make it into nice, chillable rosé. And so if you go to the Mediterranean and you're having some seafood, this is what they would be drinking all day long. And it's really popular in Alberta now. Maybe 5-10 years ago, people kind of assumed all rosé was sweet and sugary. When you go to places like this in France, it's bone dry, no sugar. It's very refreshing. It's very crisp, offers really lovely flavors of like blood orange and watermelon, and you just need to chill it down, and the bottle disappears a little too quickly. Especially, it's about $5.30 off this week, down to $14.99.
When you can get a wine under $20, that's such a deal. Now, here's the other misconception. As you say, the popularity has grown because many years ago people thought rosé was sweet. They often thought, well, what is it? Red and white wine mixed together? No. Talk about the process so people understand that.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of different ways to make rosé, and actually you can make it that way.
Great.
There is a cheap and expensive way to, you can just add a little red to your white and there you go, you get pink. But in this part of the world, it's very famous for just, you're taking red grapes. And again, all grape juice most grape juice is clear. 99% of the grape varieties, when you cut into them, the pulp is clear.
Yeah.
So in order to get the color, you got to leach. You got to marinate those skins on the juice, and the color leaches out. And in this case, they just do it just for a couple hours. And so you're just getting this very pale pink, almost salmon color. You can do it for longer. And in some parts of the world, they do it for longer. And they're almost like lighter red wines in a way. And you can have them with bigger foods like beef and lamb or what have you. But this is just meant, to have on its own as a, we call it almost like cocktailing, like you just have it with nothing. It's just great sitting, outside, but you can pair it with lighter things like salads and seafood and grilled vegetables and things like that.
Because it is that lighter wine then, as opposed to the full-bodied reds.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit more about Chateau Pesquier?
Yeah, great little family-owned winery. They're kind of passing the winery on to the next generation, so the sons are running the place. At the moment, the sons have converted the winery to organics, so it's certified organic now, certified vegan, if that matters to the people listening. And for $14.99, it's really tough to find high quality, family owned, small production wine at this quality and price. So it kind of ticks all the boxes. It's one of the best values, I think, going in French wine in Alberta. Every time I have competitors come into the shop and they just shake their heads like, how is this wine still only this price? So it is a good deal. And but yeah, we have all the things you need for May long weekend coming up.
And I think rosé doesn't have to be just at the summertime, because I see more people in the fall saying, I don't want a really heavy red. I'd like a rosé.
Yeah, and it's so versatile. And it just shows the evolution of the wine market here in Alberta. I think we've become quite savvy, actually. I think we're one of the better wine markets in Canada. It used to be a summer-only thing, and now people realize, you can have it any time of the year, and it does go with a lot of different foods. And I think, too, and kudos to to some of the population out there who thought that maybe it wasn't macho to drink rosé. I think we've gotten over that pretty quick. It's just delicious, and it goes with a bunch of things, and especially anything coming off your grill in the summertime. I like to grill things like asparagus. It's asparagus season right now, but peppers, zucchini, any of those things. Maybe chuck in some mint and a splash of olive oil and good sea salt, and you're ready to go.
Well, Eric, thanks so much for bringing it in. Remind us again the name and the price.
Yeah, Chateau Pesquier Rosé. It's $14.99 all week long at your local co-op location.
Eric Southward, he is Calgary Co-op Wine Spirits Beer. It's $4.53.